So, like, I wanted to ask you, like, how often do you train? Do you train every day? Like, just Ninja Warrior stuff?
Yeah, so if we're talking just Ninja Warrior, I probably try and train about 3 or 4 times a week.
And then, are you doing any other, like, weight workouts, running, cardio? What else are you doing?
So I rock climb a lot too.
Okay.
I rock climb like 2 times, 3 times a week. But sometimes it's like I'll do ninja and like go wear myself out and then try and climb, or vice versa. I'll do like rock climbing and then I'll go and do a workout at the gym. Because we have a workout area at our gym. It's very tiny. But CU has a workout, like a huge rec center that I get to use for free anyway. So I sometimes, if I don't have the time to go to the ninja gym and train, I'll just go there and I'll lift, and a lot of it is dead hanging. I don't know if you guys know what that is. Just hang from a bar, right? And that's huge for endurance purposes. Like the longer you can hang, the better advantage you have, because of what we're seeing in a lot of Ninja Warriors, just hanging for long periods of time is doing explosive moves. So if you guys want to get better at like doing the sport, like I always recommend pull-ups. Like do tons of pull-ups, or like before bed, how I got really good at it was I had a pull-up bar in my house, and I would like hang from the bar every night before bed, and I went from like hanging from 42 seconds to about like 4 minutes in a time span of like three weeks.
Really?
Yeah.
And is this just like hanging with your arms straight?
Arms straight, yeah.
Is it like this, or out wide, like chin up, or how you
do it however you want. I think it's good to change it up, but if you're looking, a dead hang, like by definition, is just straight up like totally,
like chin up.
Yeah, totally just hang here and then just hold on.
Like
I wouldn't go like switch your hands, because switching your hands is like, it's kind of cheating in a way. Like holding it like this, you're kind of,
you're gonna get equal amount
exactly. Yeah, when you do this, it's kind of like your biceps using it, you know, but when you're here, your bicep can't really help that. It's like all forearm strength. So yeah, if you hang like that for a while, and then if you even want to change it up, you're going to get a lot shorter time. But if you like even want to hang it like 90 degrees like this, yeah, that's actually really hard. But those are called lock-offs, and that's like a really good training mechanism too, because if you're like spent in a course and you need to go up and reach something and you don't have that pulling power, because you can hang here all day, right? But it's the pulling up to an obstacle that's super hard. So training those lock-offs are like really important too. So
are you doing a lot of like weight workout too, like with actual weights, or do you do a lot of just body weight?
I do a lot of body weight, but I also wear a weight vest when I run courses.
Okay.
Because I'm so light, so at some points it becomes like not beneficial. You know, it's only like, oh, you can only be so strong if you keep lifting. Like same with like physical weight. Like if you just deadlift like 250 every time, like you're not gonna get any stronger.
No,
you know,
exactly.
You just do more reps, right? So it's like if you put a weight vest on, then you're increasing that endurance. So what I tend to do is I'll run the course the first time with a weight vest on, and then I will take it off and I'll run it again. So not only am I spent, but I also feel ridiculously light the second time.
Right.
Which is
faster, and
which is the way,
time.
which is the way that I like to train too, because that feeling of like being pumped but being able to fly that much is just like really incredible. So
are you doing any, like, do you do any lower body workouts, or is it just kind of like, screw that out, it's all upper body?
Yeah, I hate running, but like I'll do it, you know. I really focus on cardio a lot, because if you don't have cardio and you're running courses, you're kind of screwed. It doesn't look like a high cardio sport, but then...
No, I'm sure. I can see how it is.
Yeah. It depends how fast you're going through the obstacles, but like if you guys see people doing the obstacles and they're taking like break after break, like it's not that gassing, but the way I've started performing is that I'm sprinting through every obstacle. So then by the time I get like to the 8th or 9th one, I'm gassed. Like I'm breathing really hard. And I mean, anyone would be. There's some very few people who can actually think about controlling their breathing as they're doing obstacles to keep that calm and then actually keep going, right? But usually cardio is straining your body, and that's like the blood flow, like scientifically of it, like it's going faster, your heart's beating faster, so then your muscles are also like tightening like a lot faster, and you're just getting spent. So
and do you feel like you have an advantage training at such a high altitude, like when you go to North Carolina?
Totally. Yeah, I was just in Florida, and I competed in 2 competitions, and each of the competitions I think they were like 10 obstacles each, and I wasn't gassed in either of them. One of them I kind of I
Nice.
pooped out. I only had like a 30-second run because I failed on like the 5th obstacle. But then the other one, I made it to like the 8th obstacle or something like that, and I wasn't gassed at all. I was just easy. But then I came back to elevation. I was gone for like 4 days, and I came back to elevation. I just got my shit wrecked.
Oh,
like
yeah,
just
dude, it's
gone. Yeah,
totally different.
So yeah.
Yeah. Are you doing any other, like, because that's a really hard, it's really hard on your forearms.
Yeah,
Right?
totally.
And like on your hands. Like, are you doing any other, like workouts for your grip and your forearms and stuff like that?
Yeah, so usually I'll just take plates and I'll just pinch them. Like I'll just pinch a plate and just that's really hard. I don't know if you guys have ever tried it, but if you grab like literally a 45-pound plate and just try and pinch it with one hand and hold it for as long as you can.
Like hold it up like by your hip and just.
Yeah, straight armed. If it hits
yeah.
the ground, then you can even try and lift it a little bit, or just with your shoulders engage those. But that's like pretty difficult. But then the other thing is, like I said, just dead hanging. So usually I'll do like intervals of like holding a plate and then dead hanging for like a minute, and then usually I'll do like push-ups or something that my biceps get a little bit of something. But you never want to focus on like just one muscle group. You want to kind of focus on all of them and make sure that I kind of do it as like I'll have an arm day and then I'll have a core day,
Right,
and then I'll have a
right.
cardio day.
Yeah, even it out.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
even
makes
it out.
sense.
But like on course runs, obviously you're using everything. You're using your core, you're using your arms, you're using like literally everything. So yeah.
Have you ever, when you're dead hanging, have you ever wrapped towels? Like a towel around the bar and then hold from the towels?
Yeah, so that's actually like an obstacle my buddy Jonah created one time. They were like on monkey bars, and you had to like take it and you had to whip it over the monkey bar and then grab it. Oof. And then with hanging from one hand, you had to take the other one and whip it over and then go like
Dude,
that.
that seems like just a serious pump in your
yeah, it was
forearms.
terrible. It was terrible, yeah.
What we do probably does nothing to what he does.
yeah, it's really hard. So, but it's crazy because like you can create whatever you want, like with the obstacles, especially in our gym. Like there's no limits. I'm always creating funky new stuff. We have so much, and the trust bays, like I was saying, you can make anything, which is why like world championships next week, no one knows what to expect. It's super weird.
And is the process for you like making these events, like is it hard, or like do you guys have certain people that make the obstacles, or like a engineer or something that does them, or
yeah, so
or is it pretty like DIY? You guys could throw it up and
it depends.
click some on there.
Yeah, so like we have clamps and we have bars. So if we want to set up just like laches, a lache is like when you're flying from one object to another. Mm-hmm. So if you're flying from a bar to a bar and they're 6 feet apart, that's a 6-foot lache is what we'd call that. So like right now in our gym we have like 4 bars and they're all different lache lengths, and that's like what I kind of posted on Instagram yesterday, was like a whole lache lane and that kind of thing. But then we can take those bars and we can make them spin, and we can make them tilt, and we can make them do whatever. Like
I want to try it, dude. Sounds fun.
Yeah, it's super fun. It's like it literally takes the workout aspect into a whole nother dimension. It makes working out fun. Like like sometimes when you go to the gym, at least in my opinion, if I'm going to lift weights, I kind of hate it. I'm like, damn, I have to go lift right now. Some people get really hyped about it. They're like, yeah, I get to go lift. But I really don't think like lifting weights is like that fun if you're gonna do it all the time. What's cool about like Ninja is that you can create like so many different obstacles and do them however you want to. There's not just one way to do them. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's kind of answers that question. There's like a whole range of obstacles, and they're changing all the time. So different engineers who have different ideas. But yeah,
sweet, man.